Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Christmas Day matchup. It's the Vikings and the Bulls, and it's coming up next.
Here's the All-Pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Rolling to his right. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Daniil Hunter able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 26-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Herbert off of play action. And this is incomplete. That is first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the 50, here's Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Chargers. 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. That's again complete to Palmer. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. He's got Allen. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Charger football to start quarter number 2. We're scoreless after 1.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers! Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Cousins and the Vikings Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Sliding out of the pocket. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 76 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Andre Roberts now to and deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. Joseph now to have the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Roberts on the return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Danielle Hunter able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Here's Ty Long now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that 1st quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the 2nd. Touchdown! Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Roberts now on the return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Mike, 55.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Daniil Hunter, make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Time to go to work. Let's go.
Here's Ty Long now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. A first down throw for Cousins. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And they're going to speed things up here.
Brings up second and 3 at the 47.
On play action, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Rolling to his left. And Cook has it, left side. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's got it. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Third and goal for Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. K.J. Osborne as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Roberts on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we now proceed to the start of the second half.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
And now they're in the hurry up. Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Give to Cook out of the gun. Powers through him. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Off the play fake, Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins, eluding the pressure. Touchdown, Vikings! Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings. Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Roberts now on the return. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Here's Herbert. And this one taken in on the right side. But not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Herbert throwing again. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they've not looked.
Herbert has it knocked free. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 50. The 30.
If you were me, you do
10.
this too.
And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Roberts on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work.
Well, partner, it was a slow start, but boy, the numbers here in the second half.
Well, they're kind of telling the story right now, aren't they?
Not only are they telling it, they're shouting it, because now he sees the opportunities that are coming his way, and it doesn't matter whether it's 1 or 100, he's going up and getting the football.
There he goes left side, and he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Chargers 14.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Cousins on first down, escaping the pressure right. Open man here is Conklin.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, it gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field? And they find each other for the completion.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Completes it to the fullback, Ham.
Cousins pass complete to C.J. Ham. A gain of 5. First down.
Play fake, Cousins. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They go play action. Cousins. He'll buy some time right. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll run with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. Rolling to his right. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson.
2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Chargers 14.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Roberts now on the return. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Danielle Hunter in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down. Herbert now. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says? Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Roberts on the return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. That'll be complete to Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 3rd down, Cousins being chased out left. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Roberts now on the return. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10. At their own
The Charger drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
brings up second and 5.
One last throw here for Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Got a man. It's complete. It's Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big offensive experience.